Sorry to interrupt your run. You're probably in the zone, but with Simply Right checking from Santander Bank, you can waive the monthly fee by completing one transaction each month. Click the banner or find out more at santanderbank.com/simple.
Qualifying transactions do not include fees, rebates, and adjustments posted by Santander. Santander Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Episode 619 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. And welcome to a question that is asked on so many interviews, especially if you're less experienced. So, what are your weaknesses? Tell us, I tell you, tell us. We want to know your weaknesses. And, you know, it's not like you should walk in and, well, there are a lot of things you shouldn't say, but I give you a great answer on this one. I hope you find this helpful. I hope you are not interviewing with people who ask dumb questions like this, but if you are, well, here's your answer. And I also want to encourage you, subscribe to No BS Job Search Advice Radio and my other show, which is Job Search Radio, both in iTunes and Stitcher, completely different content. 2017 is my year of doing answers to tough interview questions and dealing with interviewing on this show, and Job Search Radio is going to cover everything else involved with the job search. So they complement one another nicely, so subscribe to both. And I also want to mention, give the show 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It does help other people discover the show. And with that, let's get rolling.
Today I want to talk with you about one of those tough interview questions that invariably trips people up. And I want to set a context for it. Whenever you're on an interview and they're going to ask you the question, so tell me about your strengths. You know, you can be very sure that the next question or the question after that is going to be, so tell me about your weaknesses. And you might as well be prepared for an answer that copes with that. Now, with regard to your strengths, you really should have 2 or 3 things that you're able to say without appearing like you're acting. Because, again, to me, interviewing has a certain amount of theater to it. And you have to have a certain amount of acting skill in order to do well. So you talk about your determination. You talk about how you care about your work, that you work well with others, you facilitate change. Whatever it is you happen to be good at, that's what you'll talk about. So when they ask you that question, tell me about your weaknesses. What I'd like you to do is very simply say, there was a time in my career where I really spent a lot of time and effort fixating on my flaws. When I made a mistake, I really beat myself up. I would read books. I'd try to get better. I'd ask for advice. I'd sit in meetings, try to learn from people who are more experienced than I in that area. But what I really learned over the course of time is that there were certain things I would not be particularly good at. So, for example, in my case, I can't develop an app. I find it difficult to learn how to code. I just don't have that kind of mindset. But what I've really learned to do is focus on what my strengths are and play to my strengths, because trying to cope with my weaknesses, well, there's always someone who's going to be better at those areas than I am. But if I play to my strengths, no one's going to really be better than me at those areas. So notice what I've done. I've reframed the question of weaknesses to say, I used to spend a lot of time worrying about them, but what I learned over the course of time is to really work with my strengths. So you've indirectly answered it by talking, in my case, about I can't learn how to code to develop an app. Okay, it's a throwaway answer. You'll figure out your version of a dumb weakness to give away in the course of the conversation. But then you turn it into, but what I learned over the course of time was to fixate on what my strengths are and to really work with my strengths, because there I'm exceptional. No one is better than me in these areas. Whereas if I become tolerable at my weaknesses, there are plenty of people better than me in those areas. So what's the point?
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you do, I want to encourage you, come join me at JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's my site with curated information from around the web that I've developed in podcast, video, articles. All my books and guides to job hunting appear on the site, all for one price. And I also want to encourage you, give the show 5 stars in iTunes, please. I have a link in the show notes. It's going to help other people discover the show and help them anymore. So I'll be back tomorrow with more. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
Ready to make fashion fireworks? Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off the entire store during Old Navy's Red, White, and New sale. Save big with items for $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2. Plus, 2 days only, tomorrow and Sunday, get flag tees for the whole family for just $2.50. All summer essentials up to 60% off, like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Select styles only. Entire store offer valid 6/28 to 7/5. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today only deals, 2 day only deals. Ready to make fashion fireworks? Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off the entire store during Old Navy's Red, White, and New sale. Save big with items for $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2. Plus, 2 days only, tomorrow and Sunday, get flag tees for the whole family for just $2.50. All summer essentials up to 60% off, like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Select styles only. Entire store offer valid 6/28 to 7/5. Excludes clearance, gift cards, register lane items, jewelry, today only deals, 2 day only deals.